Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to solve day 19 problem of this month on LeetCode. Before starting, if you guys haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, then please go ahead and subscribe it. Now without any delay, let's get started with today's problem. Problem number 3484. Design spreadsheet. So let's read the problem statement. A spreadsheet is a grid with 26 columns labeled from A to Z and a given number of rows, right? Each cell in the spreadsheet can hold an integer value between 0 and 10 to the power 5, right? So what we have to do here, we have to implement the spreadsheet class. So first is this method spreadsheet, and in this method we are passing rows, right? So it is going to initialize a spreadsheet with 26 columns, right, labeled from A to Z and the specified number of rows, right? The rows which we are passing here, right? And all cells are initially set to 0, right? So what I'm going to do here, this is my code, right? So inside this, first I'm going to create one 2D array, right? So here let's say private, let me just maximize the screen here. So see here, I'm going to create a 2D array. Oh, let's name this array as sheet, right? Done. Now here in this method spreadsheet, right, in this method we are passing the number of rows, but number of columns is fixed, right? 0 to 25 means 26 number of columns, right? A to Z, right? So here we are just going to initialize this, right? So here I'm going to write new int, and here number of rows is I'm going to pass here rows, and number of columns is 26, right? So this is done. So this is what we need to do in this method. That's it, right? So this is nothing but I can say rows into calls, right? So calls is nothing but here 26, right? And A to Z, right? A to Z, right? Done. So and this is nothing but capital A to capital Z, right? Here if you see the constants, each cell reference consists of a capital letter from A to Z followed by a row number between 1 and rows. So A to Z we have, right? That's it. That's what I want to say here, right? All right. So now after this, let's see this method void set cell, and in this set cell method we are passing a cell and a value, right? So it is going to set the value of the specified cell, right? So we are going to set this value for this particular cell. This is what we have to do, right? So here the cell reference, right, is provided in the format A, and here some number, right, like A or some number, B or some number, right? Okay, and where the letter represents the column from A to Z. So here A, B, right? This is nothing but column, and here in this side we have nothing but the row. Okay, so it represents the column from A to Z, and the number represents a one indexed row, right? So we have created a 2D array, right? So in 2D array, indexing is start from always a 1, right? A 0, right? 0, 1, 2, right? So here in columns, this is nothing but A, this is nothing but B, this is nothing but C, right? Like this, right? Until Z, right? Same way here, this one I'm going to say that this one is nothing but my 0, right? Because in my array indexing is start from a 0, right? In arrays, right? So here for this particular problem, if you see, the number represents a one indexed row, right? And the number represents a one indexed row. So it's not 0 indexed row, but is one indexed row, right? So this is not 0 indexed row, but one indexed row, right? So A1 means this 0, right? So this is the meaning of this. So here in this set cell, what I'm going to do, first we have to pass this value to this cell, right? So in this cell we have given something like this A and 1. So first I have to find out the column value, right? Column. So how I'm going to get the column, right? So it is very easy. So here let's say I'm creating int col, because I need the index, right? I need this index, right? A is 0, B is 1, right? So int, I'm writing int here. Int col is nothing but here cell, okay, the string. So string is like this A1, B1, 0, right? So A to Z we have letters, right? English alphabets. So all these letters are at index 0 only, always in my string, right? So this is a string that I'm passing. So here I'm going to say cell dot char at index 0, right? So here if this particular character at 0 index, right, if it is A, so I need 0, right? Because A is nothing but 0, right? So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to subtract capital A from it, right? So if I subtract capital A, so let's suppose my cell is A10. So first here I'm passing A, right? A minus A is nothing but 0. If my character is B, here like B10, so character is B, so B minus A is nothing but 1. So I'm going to get 1 index, right? So here now I know the column, right? Now after this column, after this particular character, starting from like here we have cell like this A, and then we have something B, then we have something until Z like this, right? So any cell, right? A, B, first column is given to us at index 0, right? And then from later on, row is given to us, right? Row is given to us here in this second part, right? 1, 10, right? It can be anything, 1, 10, 100, okay, whatever, right? Because each cell in the spreadsheet can hold an integer value between 0 and 10 to the power 5, right? This is the cell, but here if you see the rows, rows is until 10 to the power 3. It can be 999, right? Rows can be that much, right? So here what you need to do, I'm going to say starting from this index, right? Starting from one index, whatever I have until the end of this particular string, that is nothing but my row number, right? So here I'm going to say int row is equal to integer dot parse int, right? We need integer, right? And here I'm going to write cell dot substring. So if I write this method cell dot substring and starting from 1, right? So it is going to pick everything, right? Starting from one index, whatever we have, it is going to pick that substring. And here I'm changing that to integer, like 10 string to number 10, right? Once this is done, but this is nothing but one index row, right? Starting from 1. A1 means I have to fill a value here, right? For this cell A and here, right? Because my array starts from 0 based indexing, right? So here that's the reason I have to do -1 here, right? So now it's very easy, right? I know row and col value, so now I have to just update that particular cell in my array, right? This is a sheet 2D array. So in sheet 2D array I'm passing a row, and here I'm passing column, and here I'm just going to update the value. That's it, this is done. Now here reset cell. So next method, void reset cell string cell, it is going to reset the specified cell to 0, right? So this is very easy again. So we have to find the col and row, right? So I can simply use this, right? Copy this, paste it here. So col is nothing but cell dot char at 0 minus a, and row is nothing but integer dot parseInt cell dot substring 1 and -1. And now here just copy this also, we have to just reset it to 0, right? So here sheet row col, and here I'm going to just update it to 0. That's it. So this is also done. Now this int get value, all right? So in this what we need to do, int get value, and here in this I'm just going to pass one formula, right? And what it is going to do, it is going to evaluate a formula of the form like this, is equal to x plus y. So first is equal to given to us, and then x, then plus, then y, right? So in between plus is given to us, and this is fixed, right? Is equal to is fixed, plus is fixed, but here x and y, what is this x and y? So where x and y are either cell references, right? Cell references like a1, a2 like this, or b10, something like this, right? Or it can be some positive integer, like directly they can give 1 plus 2, this may be the case, or they can give a1 plus c2, something like this, right? So it can be cell reference, or it can be non-negative integer, right? And we have to return the computed sum, right? So 1 plus 2 is nothing but 3. But here if something is like this, so here also first we have to find out the column, then we have to find out the row, column, and then we have to find out the row, right? This is what we need to do, right? So here note, if a get value references a cell that has not been explicitly set using set cell, its value is considered 0, right? So very easy, right? So here if you see this particular example number 1, right? So here spreadsheet. So in spreadsheet what we are doing, we are passing 3 is nothing but the number of rows, right? So here in spreadsheet we are just passing number of rows, right? This is done. Then get value, and in get value I'm going to get the output of this. See, get value, so 5 plus 7, so I'm getting 12 here. Here see, if you see this get value, right? 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, here see. So first at a1, what is the value at a1? So here in the set cell we pass this, a1 is 10, so 10 plus 6 16, right? So here we are getting 16, right? And then set cell b2 15, at b2 we are going to add 15, right? Set cell is nothing but setting the value, right? And then get value here, a1 plus b2, so a1 is 6, b2 is 15, so I'm going to get here if you see set cell, right? b2 is 15, right? I set this. Now after this set cell we have get value, and get value we are doing a1 plus b2. So what is value of a1? A1 value is this 10, and b2 value is 15, so 10 plus 15 25, done. Now after that reset cell, so reset cell a1 we are going to reset, so a1 value is going to be 0 now, right? Once this is done, then get value a1 plus b2, a1 set to 0 and b2 is 15, so 15, that's it, right? And only in get value return type is int, and in all the other places we are just returning null, right? Get value 12, get value 16, get value 25, get value 15, that's it, right? So you can go over this explanation, and these are the constructs, right? So now let's write this method. Okay, so here this int get value, right? So here Here first string s is equal to, so here formula, right, it is going to be of this type, right? Here I can say c2 plus d2, something like this, right? It like you can say this is the example, right? Something like this, right? It can be like this, right? So here what I'm going to do, I'm going to write string s here, nothing but formula, right? So I have to ignore this is equal to, right? I just need this, right, for column, this c as column, and I need this 2 as row, right? First let's see this part, c2, how I'm going to get this c2, right? So here string s, here I'm going to write formula formula, right, this particular string, and here starting from formula dot substring, and here starting from 1. So here in this part what I'm going to do, I'm just removing the is equal to, right? Removing equal to, right? This is what I'm doing here. Done. And now once this is done, now here also find out the position of this plus index. Where is this plus index, right? So here I'm going to create one variable, let's say plus index, right? So plus index, here I'm just going to write s dot index of, and here I'm just going to pass this character plus, right? So now this is going to give me the position of this plus index, right? Now here this is my left side, this is my right side, right? So here what I'm going to do, let's find the left side string and right side string. So string right, right? So here left side string, I can say it is going to start from this s is itself is starting from here, right? From this, right? So removing this means we have this now, right? So left is nothing but I can say c2, right, starting from here. So I can say here s dot substring starting from 0, and where is this my plus index, right? So until this is my plus index, right? So here I'm just going to write plus index, right? Here I'm going to write plus index. So in this substring method, 0 is inclusive, this plus index it is exclusive, so it is not getting considered. That simply means I'm taking c2 here, c2. Okay, if you just see this example. And same way here s dot substring for the right side part, here I have to write what, starting from plus index plus 1, so plus 1. So that simply means from here I'm going to start and complete, right? So that simply means here I have d2, right? Clear? Now in the end what we have to do, we have to just return and we have to solve this c2, whatever the value that we have here in the left, whatever the value we are going to get in the left, and whatever the value we have in the right, we have to just solve them, right? So here I'm just going to write one method solve, and I'm going to solve the left side, right? So at c2 index we will get some value, right? Or at d2 index we will get some value, right? So here I'm just going to pass this solve right here. So whatever the value we are going to get, I'm going to return, right? So return type is int, right? So here I can write one method for this one. I can say private int solve, and in this solve what I'm passing this left is nothing but a string, right? So string left, right? Once I pass this, now inside this it's very easy. Again you have to do the same thing, right? So first how you're getting col and row, so you are just going to do this, right? This same part, so copy this and paste it here. So this is how you are going to get col and row, right? So here instead of this you are passing what, you are passing left now. So here let's say common string, instead of left now, here I'm saying s, because first I'm passing this left and then I'm passing right. So here let's say whatever I'm passing here in this method, this is nothing but my string, right? So here cell I can say s dot char at 0 minus a, and row is nothing but integer dot parse int, and here s dot substring, and we have to do -1. That's it. That's very simple, right? And here we have to return what, we have to we will return some value, right? So value, that simply means sheet, and here we have to pass row and column. So here like if you take this example c2, right? If you take this example c2, so c is nothing but c minus a, so c minus a is nothing but 0 1 2 2, right? Col is 2, and here row is 2, that simply means 1, you have to take 1, right? 0 based indexing. So 1 2, so sheet 1 2 you are going to get some value here, right? And then you have to do plus. But here there is one more thing, that instead of c2 plus d2 we can have 5 something like this as well. You can say is equal to 5 plus 9, something like this, right? So in that case, if you see here, this is my left and this is my right, right? And here we don't have this alphabet, right? So we have only one value here. So if we have just one value, and that is nothing but a numerical value, right? So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to write one more condition, right? If the character is digit, right, at the 0 index of this left. So this means C2, or I can say here C2, or I can say if I have just 5 plus 9, so 5 and here 9. So and these values are nothing but of string type, right? These are nothing but of string type, like this, right? Like this. Here also this is nothing but like this, and C2 is also nothing but like this only, and here D2 is also nothing but like this only, right? So if we have just one value, right, so in that case I will just I will just convert this to a numeric int type, right? I will just convert this 5 string to int type, right? So what I'm going to do here, if character dot is digit, right, and which at which position s dot char at 0, right? So if it is a digit, then I will say in that case just do one thing, just return the integer of this integer dot parse int this particular you can say s, right? Only one character we have, right? So this is what we need to do. That's it, right? Now let's run the code and see if there are code issues. So see, all the test cases has been accepted, right? Now let's submit it. So see, our solution is accepted, right? So I hope that you guys are able to understand today's problem, and if you guys still have any doubts, then please feel free to ask in comment section. Till then, keep coding and keep practicing. Meet you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.